as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly, and I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Hodgman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. First of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Throwing now is Locke. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw it is Locke. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. And Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform. He went 104, 53-1 in the regular season. Threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks. And, of course, led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. On second down, Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Locke. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That ball was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Locke going to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Now it's Penny running right. And a short gain down to about the 33. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Block off of play action. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Locke going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance, not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There you go, play action now. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet. But I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now they face us a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Wilson. Got an open man here. It's K.J. Hamler. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's got some space here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Play action. It's Wilson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now it's Wilson. They're going right back to Hamler. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like the I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. There's Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alton Robinson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 44. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Locke to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. Off play action. Locke. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. Take it at the 37. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Previously the understudy to Noah Fant, Albert Okuwebunam finally gets a shot at the starting job in his 3rd season in the NFL. Plenty of us remember his 4.49 40-yard dash in the 2020 Combine.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Block now to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw it is Locke. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
And that's good for the Seahawks. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to Walker on first down. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a 2nd down and 6. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. try for the first with Walker. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Locked to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Now it's Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now Gordon on first down. Taken down at the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Being chased out left. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down. And he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. This will be caught. Judy. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning it, here's Hamler. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And it's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Block now on 1st down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Brought down back at the 32.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Well, call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it.
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They go play action now. Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. On first down, Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Wilson. And he'll just chucked this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, no surprise. They're still playing it away. They have pride, too.
Wilson will throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go through it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games will always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Seahawks, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.